Hey everybody, welcome back. And first of all, I just want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank y'all so much for letting me be a part of your day, and I really never thought this many people would want to be a part of my weird little world, but I sure am glad that you're here. Second of all, I have some kind of laryngitis or something going on, so I have this weird up and down voice, so I'm going to apologize for that. So what I'm sharing today is a while back I wanted to make a one-pot enchilada casserole. Usually you do this kind of in two phases, in two pots, where you'll cook it in one pot and then you put it into a casserole dish and finish it in the oven. But I'll be honest, I was being lazy, didn't want to do that. So I found some recipes online. None of them were one pot, but I combined them to make this recipe that I'm sharing with you here. And this is one that I record in my own little Instant Pot cookbook that I made. So let me just get down to what we're going to use. We're going to use a half a cup of chopped onion. You can certainly use more. I just don't like a whole bunch of onion in my recipes. Large can diced green chilies, which is going to be the 8-ounce can, or 7-ounce can, sorry. 2 cans of corn, or the frozen equivalent of 2 cans of corn. 2 cans of black beans. You can use 2 cups of fresh tomatoes chopped, or 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes is fine. That's what I used in this recipe. I use a tablespoon of chili powder because we really like that. A teaspoon of cumin. I don't use quite as much because you use too much, it has a bitter flavor, so I scale that down a little bit. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, which is one of my favorite spices. Salt to taste. And we're going to use 2 cups of uncooked quinoa, 4 cups of water or broth, or a mix of both, half and half. 1 to 2 chopped colored bell peppers. I personally prefer red and orange. They're just sweeter to me. 1 chopped fresh jalapeno. Right now the jalapenos that I'm getting aren't that hot, so I actually used a whole one. And that's what I'm calling part 1 ingredients. Part 2, you're going to need a can of red enchilada sauce, or about a cup or 2 of homemade. A small package of corn tortillas, doesn't matter if they're white or yellow. And then we use chow cheese, which is a vegan cheese substitute, and you can certainly use cheddar cheese here. Now we are going to do this in 2 parts, but we are going to use 1 pot, and that's going to be in your Instant Pot or electric pressure cooker. And I was slow to the Instant Pot movement, but once I got there, I'm completely sold 100%. Alright, so here's my setup. You can see, alright, I got everything chopped, everything's ready to go. The beans are drained. I did not add that, sorry, in the recipe I should have said that. I did drain off the beans and rinse them. Here is the first part where you're going to combine all the part 1 ingredients, and then you're going to give it a stir. And isn't that so pretty? I mean, it's really a rainbow in a pot. And I just love foods that are so colorful and pretty like that. Then you're going to place the lid on, of course. And I was just showing you, I made a little marker line there to line that up. And we are going to pressure cook on mine. It's normal pressure. Now, initially, the recipe I was using called for 1 minute, which is typically what you use for quinoa. Do not do that. Set this for 4 minutes, because this is what happened. The quinoa didn't cook at all. You can see no quinoa. After 4 minutes, there you go. It's cooked and it's fluffy, ready to eat. All right, part 2 is where you're going to chop up these corn tortillas and add in the enchilada sauce, and then you're going to poke down those corn tortillas underneath the mixture that you've just cooked, and that is going to allow those tortillas to absorb the red enchilada sauce that you just put in, plus any remaining liquid that's in the mixture, and it makes it so flavorful. The part I do not show is after you poke down the corn tortillas, top this mixture with your cheese. You're going to place the lid back on, and then you're going to put it on keep warm for 10 minutes. And here is the result. Now, chow cheese does not melt like regular cheese. It just looks different, but if you had regular cheese, it would melt. And here I'm showing you one of those corn tortillas that has absorbed all those yummy ingredients, and they are cooked. I mean, it's a lot like, well, frankly, I mean, in the South we have we call it Dorito casserole, and anyway, you'll know what I'm talking about. It doesn't cook the corn tortillas, it's just that it makes them, anyway, it just makes them flexible and really tasty. And so there it is there again. So it does cook them by letting them just submerging them into that mixture. So there I am, thumbs up. And then I served mine with a little bit of queso fresco and fresh limes because I absolutely love them. So I hope that you enjoy this recipe and you have the same successful results that I did. Let me know in the comments if you decide to make it. But anytime you're having one of those days where you just don't want to dirty up the kitchen, feel free to use this, and I hope you enjoy it. Y'all have a great day.